Today we have another small town, Southeast Michigan town, and that's Rochester, Michigan, coming up next. Welcome to the Living in Detroit channel. My name is Matt Talbot. I am your host. Like I said in the introduction, this is Rochester, Michigan. In this video, we want to give you a tour of downtown Rochester, a little bit about the surrounding real estate, some of the things to do, the university here, and all that good stuff, so you can see if Rochester is a city for you. So like I was saying, we are right in downtown Rochester. We're at the corner of 4th and Main. This is the thick of it. I mean, just like a lot of the other cities we feature on this channel, we wanted to show you downtown Rochester because there's so much going on here. It's a very, very sought out community. The city of Rochester itself has about 12,000 people, and Rochester Hills, the sister city, is about 75,000 people. So between the two cities, there's around 100,000 people between Rochester and Rochester Hills. So to start in this video, like I said, we want to give you a tour. We're going to walk around a little bit, show you some B-roll, some drone footage, show you a little bit of downtown Rochester so you can see a little bit more of the city itself. But we want to give you a tour of downtown. We'll show you around, show you some of the shops, all that good stuff, show you what the vibe is so you can see if it's a city for you. And then from there, we'll jump into some of the subdivisions, the real estate. You can see all that good stuff and some more hidden videos as well at the end for some of the local features. Stay tuned. Okay, so just a short stroll from where we're at. This is the water well. Kind of interesting fact here, pre-1895, they found this thing. They found this in a repair when they were working on the sidewalk. Dates back to the 1800s, this water well here. But what's cool about Rochester is it goes back to the early 1800s, okay? So this city's been here for a very, very long time. It's developed a lot through the years. So there's been a lot of construction for years and years in the Rochester Hills area. To give you the lay of the land, we're about 30 miles, about 30 to 40 minutes from the city of Detroit, and you're about 45 to 50 minutes to Detroit Metropolitan Airport, and it's right up the I-75 corridor, which we talk a lot about in the channel. So I-75 goes from, I say this all the time, Mike's probably heard this like at least 100 times, goes from all the way down in Florida, all the way through the Upper Peninsula to the end of the country where Canada is up next, and so 75 goes right through Detroit and takes you right to Rochester here. So like I said, we're off Main Street, but it's a cool old town, a lot of old history dating back to the 1800s, and it has been around for a very long time. That being said, don't let it confuse you because it's a very, very sought out area. There's been a lot of developments, a lot of changes for many, many years, including the real estate as well too. Lots of new construction in the Rochester Hills community, as well as some of the surrounding communities as well. So we'll give you some teasers of that, but let's continue on our walk. It's early in the morning and the beer check just drove by, so it's probably really loud in this video, but Rochester Chophouse, this is my spot. It's one of my favorite spots in downtown Rochester. It's a must try if you're in the area. It's definitely like one of those throwback restaurants, you know, a nice glass of wine, oyster bar, good steak, cement trucks, everything that you'd want. So we're shooting this early in the morning, so it's kind of busy. Everyone's on their way to work. This is like as hectic as Main Street gets here in Rochester for sure, so sorry about the background noise, but Rochester Chophouse, one of my favorite restaurants. There's tons of good restaurants. Actually, I think there's like the numbers like 350 plus shops and restaurants in Rochester, and I think like 80+%, if my research is correct, is actually locally owned stuff. So although you have some bigger stores and stuff like that in the Rochester area, 80% plus is like mom and pop shops, locally owned type vibe. So that's one of the reasons why I think it's so cool as we walk up and down Main Street, some of that stuff. But Rochester Chophouse, couldn't walk by without pointing it out.
How many stars?
Watch it be like a 4.0. Let's see. No, it's not. There's no way. Ooh, the moment of truth, the moment of truth. Don't play. 4.3. See, you're playing with fire at a 4.3 usually. I think that's a low rating. I definitely think it's a low rating. It's been a few months since I've been here, but I don't think it like drastically changes. This is like an OG restaurant. It's been here for a long time. 4.3 Rochester Chophouse, underrated. People are too tough on them, okay? Good steak, good vibe. I like those like old school type restaurants. Glass of wine or a bourbon, whatever, have a drink, hang out, have a big steak, the sides, the oysters, the stuff. Rochester Chophouse. Okay guys, I'm gonna do something that's kind of unheard of for real estate agents, probably unheard of on YouTube for real estate agents. So this is good company. Shout out to Jim Schaefer. He's a mentor of mine, one of the best brokers around. He runs an awesome team. I love these guys, okay? Great brokerage. We collaborate with them all the time. I think something that gets very unnoticed or untalked about in the real estate game, so to speak, is collaboration amongst good agents. So having top tier real estate agents in your marketplace is very, very important. It's a very in-depth industry. It is a lifestyle, not a business. So Jim and his brokerage, they do a fantastic job. We love working with those guys all the time, and I am not scared to put it out there in the universe when I recognize a good brand. So they're right here off Main Street in downtown Rochester. Great brand, great group. I love those guys. Don't get me wrong, Redefine Real Estate is the best brokerage that ever existed of all time, without a doubt. However, shout out to Jim and his team. Okay guys, as you can see, we're in front of Rochester Mills Beer Co. So this is an old mill building. It's really cool, old architecture in my opinion. And again, this is what we get time and time again in these Southeast Michigan towns. These cool old buildings, old architecture combined with a lot of new age evolution, a lot of changes, a lot of growth, a lot of different things happening. And so a message from the owners, we just wanted to make good beer. What's good beer without some great food? What's good beer and great food without friends? The Rochester Mills Beer Co. was born out of enjoyment of these things: friends, food, and beer. Since 1998, our goal has been to create a brew pub with all of our guests can come with friends and family, relax, and enjoy great beer and food. That's Michigan. That's what you're getting if you're moving here to Michigan. That's what you're getting in a city like Rochester, in downtown Rochester. Good beer, good food, good friends. One thing I forgot to mention as we were walking down Main Street, we'll try to get some pictures popping up here, but one thing I forgot to mention when we were walking down Main Street is in the holiday season. The Christmas lights down Main Street are unparalleled. It's beautiful. It's very, very seasonal. It's awesome to come down here, check out the lights, go to dinner, go check out the shops, all that good stuff. So that's one of the reasons why Rochester is so sought out. So only a couple blocks over, Rochester Mills Beer Co. Cool spot, good beer, good food. So we're in front of the Rochester's Farmers Market. This one's been going on for a long time, guys. This Farmers Market has been happening for over 25 years. It's from 8 to 1 p.m. every Saturday. We always do these videos like during the week early, so it's not too crazy. It's kind of in and out. But we should sometimes come when there's people here because there's a lot of things happening, a lot of people in and out. Obviously you have the Farmers Market, you have people walking to stores, doing their thing on a Saturday, Sunday, hanging out. But Saturday 8 to 1, Rochester's Farmers Market. That being said, they're doing a seasonal thing right now. It goes from September through October, a fall special. I want to come back this Saturday because that means probably cider and donuts. That means probably all fall things. And here in Michigan, we're really, really big on fall things. Pumpkin spice lattes. Cider and donuts. For me, maybe a little bourbon, starts to get a little cold. Throw on the hoodie, maybe a flannel, hat, all that good stuff. So we're big about fall here in Michigan. Rochester's Farmers Market, just like a lot of the other farmers markets in these small towns. We talk about small towns. Rochester's like a bigger small town, right? Some of the other towns we've featured on this channel are definitely much smaller. The downtown area is much smaller. Rochester's a decent size small town, so to speak, with a lot going on. So I think one of the most underrated things of downtown Rochester, what in the hell, bro? He's getting attacked by squirrels. I think one of the, why did I just feel like we were in Costa Rica and a monkey was attacking me for a second? I'm like, what is up there? So downtown Rochester, one of the coolest spots in my opinion is going to be the municipal park. It's really cool. There's over a mile of walking trails down here. As you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. Lots of spots to rest, maybe do a picnic, go for a stroll, all that good stuff. The Clinton River Trail goes through this way because the river actually goes right through the park itself. It kind of continues on. This is right downtown. We drove around and showed some B-roll of some of the downtown real estate. As you can see, it's a combination of some older homes, different home types, as well as a lot of new construction options. So you can probably see in the B-roll, there's like 5 or 6 homes we drove by that are new construction homes or tear down homes that are happening right now. Again, because it's such a sought out area. Average price point is really, depending on how you look at the statistics, you know, really in that $400,000 to $500,000 price point in Rochester. Average days on market is really, really low, depending on the statistics. I mean, we're showing like as low as like a week. Price per square foot, $212 per square foot. So that's on the higher end of things, again, sought out area. And currently in 2024, months of supply is 2 months. That's starting to creep up a little bit here in Southeast Michigan as we move towards the end of 2024. So that could change. Stay tuned for future videos as far as housing, supply, and days on market. But downtown Queen Anne's, colonials, bungalows, craftsmen's, Tudors, Second Empire, Greek revivals, and federal house. I mean, there's a lot of different types of houses, okay? There's cool old bungalows, there's new construction, there's a lot of different real estate in downtown Rochester here. Like I was saying earlier, 350 plus shops in downtown Rochester. And again, I think the municipal park is a really cool feature. There's a baseball field over here. A lot of people walk around. There's kids, someone's cutting the grass. There's just energy. It's good energy. It's a late summer, early fall day. It's hard to beat here in Michigan. It's all smiles, baby. So we're here at Rochester High. This is obviously one of the high schools here in Rochester. Rochester Schools is one of the most sought out districts around. That's one of the reasons why it's such a sought out area. I can't compare districts one to the other. There's a lot of different ways to do that online. You can deep dive if you're thinking about moving to the area. But to give you a rundown of the district itself, there's about 12 elementary schools, 4 middle schools, and 3 high schools. We're in front of them right now. Obviously the football field is behind me. This is only a mile or 2 from downtown Rochester High, but there's other local high schools as well too, Rochester Adams, Stony Creek. So there's a variety of different options, and depending what part of the city you live in, or between Rochester and Rochester Hills, you'll be aligned to different schools. So great district. Want to show you what it looks like, show you what the vibe is here. Cool sign, you get it. So more on real estate. We always get a lot of flack because we're always showing downtown areas and B-roll and subdivisions and what the community is. And that's specifically for out-of-town buyers or people that want to learn more about specific areas that are thinking about moving to the area. So if you just want to see houses, go to listingmi.com and do a home search, and you have all the houses in the world. However, this is a real estate section. So Heritage Oaks, we want to show you an example of the Rochester area of approximately a $500,000 price point. So we're actually in Rochester Hills at this point. This sub over the last year has averaged just over $500,000. Price per square foot, $186, so a little bit lower than Rochester as a whole. And average days on market, about 40 days throughout the sub. The homes really range from 2,200 to 3,000 or so square feet with an average of 2,700 square feet. And they're bigger lots, they're quarter-acre lots. The subdivision's a little bit older. So we want to show you an example of an approximate $500,000 price point in the Rochester Hills School District. We're gonna get some B-roll, we're gonna get some drone footage, we're gonna show you the inside of some of these houses, some photos from recent sales so you can see what that looks like. But stay tuned for the next section of the video because I think we might have saved the best for last. Okay, so we're cheating a little bit in this one. We actually drove to Oakland, which is a little bit north of Rochester. This is still Rochester Schools, but we wanted to show you an example of high-end new construction in this pocket of town. So throughout Rochester, Rochester Hills, Oakland, some of the surrounding communities, there's a lot of different new construction options. We drove through another one on the way here as well too to kind of show you that flavor. But this is Oakland Hunt subdivision. Initially it was a Toll Brothers subdivision years ago, and now MJC companies and Cranbrook specifically, which is a sister company of Lombardo. We work with those guys all the time. Really big fan of Cranbrook and these companies here. High-end new construction in Oakland, Rochester School. So the statistics over the last year or so, at least on the MLS, average price point of this sub is 1.2 plus. The homes are bigger homes. Average home is 4,200 square feet with upwards of, you know, the bigger ones over 6,000 square feet. And again, price per square foot really all over the place, averaging $285 at that size of homes. These are nice high-end new construction homes. So we want to drive you through the subdivision, get you some B-roll, show you some of the drone footage. We'll even pop up some of the recent sales as well too, the interior of the houses, so you can see the more higher end home here in the Rochester community, I should say. This is really Oakland. A little bit more quiet up here, less traffic. All you hear is birds, no cars. It's beautiful, it's awesome. Let's go check it out. Okay guys, Rochester Hills, Oakland, new construction homes, downtown Rochester, the school district, the restaurants, the bars, the things to do. What a fantastic area if you're thinking about moving here to northern Oakland County. You're getting into Macomb County area. What a beautiful pocket here in Southeast Michigan. There's so much more to explore. I wish I could have shown you the golf courses and the parks and the lakes and so many different other features of this part of town. However, for sake of keeping the video fairly short, showing you the real estate, showing you downtown Rochester, hopefully you checked out this video and enjoyed it. My name is Matt Talbot. This is the Living in Detroit channel. Thanks so much for checking out today's video.